Xochitl Gomez and Val Chmerkovskiy. You're, as we're recording this, you're in the top 7 on Dancing with the Stars. So first off, congratulations on making it to this point. Yeah, Xochitl, how has this experience overall compared to what your expectations were going into the show?
Well, funny enough, they're exactly what I expected. I think it's mainly because I did a lot of research and I read Val's book. And within that, there's a lot of information, and he goes into pretty extensive detail about the show and just his process and the way he grew up and all that. And I was like, oh, wow, well, I guess I have a pretty good way of expecting it when I come in. And I did.
It lined up.
It did. And it's been great. I mean, he says it's awesome. And it is that.
Well, yeah, you've been doing very well this season. Val, how would you describe her as like a student as you've been teaching her all of these dances from week to week?
She's great. I guess the greatest thing is she holds herself accountable on her own. I don't have to really even flex the preaching muscle. Like, she's a self-motivated young woman. And that is always a much easier process to work with because I'm not spending time, giving her the why she should work, why she should try. She has those whys, and it's just a matter of like, show me how.
Yeah.
Which is again, it's awesome. It's awesome to work with.
My motivation.
And Xochitl, what kind of teacher has Val been?
A pretty great one, actually. Not that should be a shocker. He's been doing it for a long time, but mainly because
that's just crazy. He's so old. He's been doing it forever.
No, mainly because I have dyslexia, and so dealing with someone who has dyslexia, sometimes people don't know how to like work around that, and he's done well. Just mainly he can tell the way that I like to learn, and it's not necessarily him over explaining things, just literally showing me, like visually showing me. And so just picking things up like that is really helpful.
Again, I obviously
he's been doing it a long time.
I don't want to. I think I'm a great teacher. I love to teach. That's the reason why I'm great. Not because I'm the best, but because I just love it so much. So if I love something, do my best to figure it out, even if I don't know all the answers. But really, the highlight here is I'm only as good as my student. And my student this season makes me look like a brilliant teacher because she is, like I said, very talented, picks things up very fast. She's a natural performer, natural dancer. Even though she doesn't have experience in this field, she's very thoughtful. She watches, she learns, she studies, she watches film. Like, it's yeah, she's in it the right way for the right reasons.
And do the two of you have a favorite dance of the season so far that you've performed?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was actually I was watching our videos last night. Because I post them after, and I really like our foxtrot.
Yeah,
it was it was just so cute, and also just because that was like the first one. Besides the salsa was really fun, but the foxtrot was in frame, and it was like, I don't know, I didn't like feel fully like, I didn't have full confidence afterwards or before, like during that process, until I had like seen it like live, and I was like, wait, that was actually like really good. And that was probably one of my first moments where I was like, dang, look at me.
Yeah, it also captured like the quintessential ballroom feel and dance, right? Frame, when you think of ballroom dance, you're not necessarily thinking of jumping off of the table in the salsa or, a pop EDM song in our cha-cha week 1. But week 3 was the first time I think she saw herself as a ballroom dancer, and she liked it, which again, that for me is the ultimate accomplishment. I am an ambassador for dance. I preach the gospel of dance. So if I have a young person that is proud to be a ballroom dancer, that has the influence and the reach that she has, that's the gift. That's the gift that I get to pass on to the future dancers and young people.
And the two of you have a tango coming up on Whitney Houston night. I'm wondering if there's anything you can tell us about it, or like how's the rehearsal been going? You know, what do you think of this dance, Xochitl?
Yeah, well, we did some of it yesterday. It was really fun. I actually kind of like it.
Yeah, it's a different. Yet again, we're kind of switching things up. It's going to be a slicker style, slicker look,
It's very Val.
slicker style, slicker look.
Stop, that is so dumb.
The tango is it's explosive and strong, and there's
It's Val.
I want to say like a stoic feeling about
It's
it, but
Val.
yeah, a lot of strength and beauty captured in a very. Anyway, we're excited for the tango. It's going to be it's a tone change from last week. Music video night. It's going to feel a little different. I'm excited about it.
And you've now advanced to the stage of the competition where you're learning two dances as opposed to one. You had the team dance this past week. You're gonna have the dance offs coming up. How has that changed just the intensity of training and practicing and rehearsing?
I don't know. I actually kind of like it, but at the same time, I found that I stress out more on the other one rather than this like solo, like the tango. I'm not like okay. The like dance up, I'm like okay. That's what it was like last week. Like hollaback, easy, fun. And team dance, like I was like, I forgot half the steps. Like it was freaking out. I was stressed out over the team dance, which I thought was so crazy.
It's fun. Like, again, back to the same thing. I love dance. The more dance I teach, the more we get to perform, the better for me. Like I said, I like to show us off, her off. I enjoy the fact that the more chances I get to perform on that dance floor, the better for us. Again, it's a huge honor to be on Dancing with the Stars. It's doesn't always we don't always end up with a partner like Xochitl. So for me, it's a pleasure to dance as much as I can.
And Val, you had the honor of choreographing with Jenna Johnson the tribute to Len Goodman this season that aired a few weeks ago. Incredibly emotional moment on the show, a powerful dance. I loved watching it. What was the experience like of doing that, and not just that, but incorporating that into your week to week kind of training with Xochitl that you've been doing?
Thank you. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was a huge honor to be given that type of responsibility. But it was also really fun to share the stage with some returning pros, current pros, Derek, Julianne. It's again, huge honor to be able to share the stage. Well, I kind of gathered all of us before the performance, and a few times throughout the week, kind of the sentiment of you never know when it's your last dance on this floor, last dance amongst these people. We have a lot of history amongst ourselves, a lot of exes, a lot of marriages, a lot of babies now. There's a whole lifetime of memories, and to get together and commemorate and have a moment for Len Goodman and his impact on all of our life felt, again, very familial. It felt very Dancing with the Stars, and it was really, really special.
And are there dances or dance styles or that you haven't performed yet that both of you would look forward to performing with each other? Because there's just so much that Xochitl that you are capable of. You've been so good all season.
I don't know.
We're doing it. I mean, we're doing all of the styles. Hopefully, we continue to stay in. We still have a samba potentially if we're here. I love the samba.
Jive.
We love the jive.
Quick step.
Quick step. I mean, we've done a lot of dancing this season.
I know, like I was about to say awesome. Like, we already did that.
We were, all, you know, we were looking forward to the contemporary. We had a great contemporary
Yeah.
this season. We're looking forward to the jazz. I think we had a great.
Mhm.
You know, every week is different. Every week there's a new main character. You know, sometimes it's driven by our personal story. Sometimes it's driven by a fictional narrative that we want to create. Sometimes it's just driven by the style of dance. That's
Yeah.
it. There is no story. It's two people coming together and showing you really impressive movement for 1:30 to cool music, you know? And
To cool music.
and sometimes that's enough, you know? I think, yeah, I think it depends on the week. So
We take risks sometimes, and other times we take risks in our dancing. And other times we take risks with clothes.
Well, I want to congratulate you on how far you've come. You know, much further to go, I hope. Knock on wood, I would love to see a freestyle from both of you. If it comes to that in the finale, fingers crossed. Thank you so much for talking with me today.
Which dance was your favorite?
Oh, I loved the contemporary. I did.
Cool, thanks. I'm just curious, you know, we're trying to sample like which is yeah, I'm just curious, you know, because ultimately we love what we love, but we're here, you know, with the third link to the two, our third partner, I guess, is the people at home. And I just, you know, ultimately that's the goal, is to make an impact on people watching us.
And that's why you're so good at what you do. You're taking in all the input you can and bringing it to the dance floor. So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.